here with Auggie. Auggie is the #1 super fan for the LA Kings. How do you become the #1 super fan?
Well, you get that way through a lot of support. So it's about networking, and luckily I have a good social media network and a lot of people that were supportive. So it wasn't so much that I won it, but I was voted that way. I was one of the 8 people chosen. So really there were 8 super fans chosen. And then they put us in a bracket competition, and I won the popularity contest. That's what it comes down to.
So you've been to every game this season?
Yes, this season, last season, the season before. So the home games. I don't travel on the road. I'm not independently wealthy. Although if I did win the lotto, that is one thing I would do, probably, is go everywhere. Yeah, that is. That's motivation to pick those numbers.
Growing up, was your dream to win the Stanley Cup?
Growing up, I went through years of suffering and watching these guys just either not make the playoffs or not even make it past the second round. Once in a while, we'd have a miracle first-round win, and then after that, yeah. So that first Cup run was really unexpected and magical, and I completely just savored the flavor of it because it was so many years in the making.
But what about you personally?
Me personally, in what regard?
Yeah, did you ever dream of winning the Stanley Cup as a kid?
Oh, yeah. You know what? It's really funny. I actually grew up playing baseball, and I grew up across the street from a hockey rink, but there were no hockey leagues. So I'd throw on the roller skates, put a garbage can, have my baseball bat, my tennis ball, and yeah, once in a while I scored a couple game winners in the Stanley Cup final.
What would you do with it if you could hold it?
Oh, raise it above the head and skate around with it. Absolutely. That's the dream right there.
So what does a super fan do? Like, what did you do to earn your super fandom?
Well, a lot of it is how I interact with hockey fans in general, because and one of the things that I wrote on the essay to the Kings as far as why I should be chosen as a super fan is that when I have the Kings crest on my chest, it's not just about, you're representing the brand, you're representing the Kings. So if I go up to a Sharks fan or a Ducks fan and act like just a jerk, they're going to say, oh, all Kings fans are like that. But if you go up and you talk hockey with them and you speak with them about the bigger picture of hockey, that was really the secret to the success, because a lot of people that voted for me it wasn't all Kings fans. It was people in Canada. It was people all over the United States, because I have a rather large Twitter following and an Instagram following that built up from the photos that I would take and just my interaction with them. So it isn't so much about, oh, my team is better than yours. It's about the fact that we're all hockey fans, and hockey fans are very, very passionate. Very passionate. And the way that the analogy that I use, people ask, what's different about hockey fans? Think of soccer fans in Europe. European soccer fans are noted for their dedication. So I compare that to hockey fans out here, because hockey fans out here are super passionate, and they are dedicated to their team, they're dedicated to the game, and a lot of people play it. And even those that don't play it have a very strong understanding of it. And once they experience it in person, you kind of have a kinship, and you kind of develop this brotherhood and sisterhood. And so when I talk to people, I would talk with them, and we would agree on stuff, and even if we agree to disagree. And even on Twitter, like Twitter is like just no holds barred of what goes on there. I never curse at anybody. I never cut somebody down for their team they root for. But if they come at me, I go at them with facts, not insults.
Good. That's a good thing to do. But is there a dark side to being a super fan? Because you're like the nice guy. Is there anybody out there who's like the mean guy?
Not really that I've encountered. Sometimes you'll encounter some people that dig at them, but it takes 2 to make a fight. And I'm not really one that kind of provokes that. So even in the things that I put out there, one of the things that I have to do as a superfan, I have to be really conscientious of what I say, especially in social media, because once you put it out there, you cannot take it back. So there are times where maybe I've been, where I've reacted and I've typed something down and I'm like, not a good idea, and I won't send it out. So really being put under a microscope at times, that's probably one of the caveats, the booby traps or the obstacles that you have to navigate as a super fan, and that you're under the public eye. And I mean, I'm not some big celebrity or nothing like that, so don't take it like that.
You probably have more Twitter followers than me.
Really, how many do you have?
6,300 or something?
6,300? I think I'm ahead of you by 500. Okay?
See? There you go. Maybe I should be a LA Kings super fan.
Should be. I vote for you.
Thank you. All right, Augie, thank you. You truly are a super fan.
Oh, thank you. Quick,
I'm very impressed by this. Yeah,
hold on
absolutely.
We're going to do this
See you guys later.
live.
We're going to take a selfie.
Yes, we're taking
Bye.
a selfie.